You're tuned into I Fucking Quit FM. We're out here playing the deep cuts for you all tonight. But before we begin, we'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians and owners of the land we are broadcasting on today. I myself are currently on Ghana country, and my co-host is in Mianjin. We pay our respects to the elders past and present. Always was, always will be. Julian will be opening up our third show tonight, and as always, each of us are coming in blind, never knowing what each other has up our sleeve. So Julian, what have you got for us tonight?
Well, I mean, dude, I'm keeping it funky fresh. I feel like the last couple of shows, we keep changing how we start. We're going to keep in the same fucking boundaries of heavy shit. But just a genre I don't think we've touched on yet. So I'm super excited. This first one is an interesting one. I can't remember if I have shown you this yet. I remember blabbering to you about this one a while ago. But this is going to be starting off with some black metal tonight. So first up, we've got Absu off the album, or self-titled album, Absu. And this is Between the Absu of Eridu and Erech.
Deep Stop. What a mind job.
It's clear!
You've just been listening to Thorns off the self-titled album Thorns. The track is Existence from a 2002 album. Thorns are pretty inactive. I don't know if they're still around or what the situation is. Bit of a supergroup. I believe that was Satir from Satyricon on vocals. We have Hellhammer from Mayhem on the drums. And the other guy, or really the mastermind of that band, is a bit of a character. Little fun fact about these two: Absu's drummer is also their singer, and he tried to audition for Slayer back in like 2006 or 2007. There's some footage on YouTube of them and his audition. And the reason why, the fabled reason why he didn't get picked was apparently he was too fast. And if you watch the footage of them going through a couple of different Slayer songs, I would wholeheartedly agree. He's fucking quick, and he's playing just that little bit quicker than both Jeff and Kerry. And the fun fact about Thorns is the mastermind behind Thorns was actually a named accomplice in the Euronymous murder. So he went to jail at the same time as Varg. And he was also an accomplice in that murder. So he went to jail for 8 years. And when he came out, he he made that album with Satir and Hellhammer. So yeah, a little fun black metal fact for tonight's IFQ FM. Thought you might enjoy that. Yeah. hope you can follow that one up, dude.
Oh, I'm just laughing because a bit of black metal, it's just like, you know, it always has the stigma of like, you know, murder. And you're like, you know what? If we're gonna be doing black metal, we gotta at least put a little bit of crime, a bit of
let's put some crime in our black metal.
Let's put a bit of light manslaughter, you know, just
of course, some murder and stuff. Why not?
Beautiful. No, that was a good intro. Yeah, black metal hasn't appeared on the show yet, so it was a good intro. I wouldn't say what I'm putting on is black metal, but has that speed and influence to it. And once again, I was picking something that hasn't really appeared on the show yet, and there's a bit more of like a screamo theme between these two bands. I wouldn't say that they're both the same genre, but like, yeah, a bit of screamo in here. So we're going to be listening to a track of Frail Body, his last album. Artificial Bouquet came out last year, 2024. And this song's called Monolith. just listening to Duck Duck Goose, 2008
Mathcore.
And love that sort of screamo edge that they have on the vocals. Really love hearing that older
Mathcore.
kind of just stuck out a bit more, had its own little flavor. Wasn't too many Dillinger worship bands. I do like some of the newer stuff coming out, but you know, it's definitely like a iconic sound Dillinger. But that track was Red, I Don't Have Time for This. And before then was Frail Body with the track Monolith of a 2024 record. First drop of a bit of screamo on the show, on the bit heavier
Yeah,
side.
I'm a little jealous. That you got to it for before me. I'm gonna definitely be dropping some fucking screamo deep cuts at some point now that you've unleashed the beast, dude. Now you got the cogs turning in the head now, so that'll be good.
Love it.
Now that said, I'm gonna deviate. We're going crazy. We're going to deviate here, but we're switching up genres. This is going to be probably, I'd say this is probably one of the best and most influential electronic artists in a very long time. Unfortunately, deceased now as well. Very sad. But we're going to be playing some Sophie. And we're going to be playing some Sophie off probably I don't know, such a great album, man. The Oil of Every Pearl's on Insides. This is probably, I think this was one of the singles. There's about 3 singles. And this whole album is fucking from start to finish. It's just a fucking rare insight into an unbelievable musician. Rest in peace, Sophie. And enjoy, guys. This is Ponyboy.
Pony Boy.
Face.
You've just been listening to Casual Affairs and the song Profit. Bit of a mystery guy, this one, or girl, I don't know. I have a bit of a theory that this particular project, Casual Affairs, is potentially a secret side project of a bigger artist. This one dropped on my radar maybe a couple of weeks or months ago. Just an Instagram page came up and started previewing really short snippets of these songs. A couple of really sort of well-produced videos of someone in a bedroom making the music or sort of dancing around to it. But something weird about this project, I really do have a feeling that this is the side project of a bigger electronic artist that's wanting to drop some weird shit on the side. So we'll wait and see. There's only a couple of tracks, and I think out of the ones that are released, there's probably, 2 or 3 out there in the mix, and he's previewing a whole lot more. So we'll just wait and see what other stuff they've got to drop. And since I've just thrown a bit of thrown a bit of a weird one into the mix. What have you got for us now, Priest?
Well, it's just kind of keeping with like the mood, a little bit more ethereal. Much of what we've sort of already put put out there for everybody on the electronic sort of stuff. So I was just going to play it and let everyone just listen and. That was Say It Again by AKIBA. And before then, no, you weren't listening to Aphex Twin. No, you weren't listening to some kid in his bedroom producing what he thinks Aphex Twin sounds like. That was u-Ziq. And that was Hasty Boom Alert. And that was off a 1997 album. Album was called Lunatic's Harness. But yes, 1997. So a lot of people, they listen to Aphex Twin and they go, wow, there's no other music like it. I wish there was more music like Aphex Twin, like more artists. I'm like, there is. Like everyone says Square Pusher, but Square Pusher is a bit more like jazz fusion. But yeah, no, definitely got that sound. But yeah, definitely check out u-Ziq. Yeah, been around for a long time and is still pumping out records to this day. But yeah, no, that album was definitely one of my favorites. And the album after that, it's 1999 release. I can't quite remember what it was, but yeah, if you're a fan of that sort of sound, that sort of electronic kind of drum and break beat sort of, yeah, experimental sort of sounds, yeah, definitely check it out.
Kind of reminds me of Aphex Twin with a little bit of Venetian snares, little more Venetian snares, drum breaks mixed in and stuff like that. So
more
yeah, no, when you said 1997 as well, oof, brother, that fucking floored me. I was easily thinking you were dropping something, or this was something from like the last 10 to 15 years, and not yeah, in the 90s of all things. But now I'm just, look, for all our listeners out there, get your double cups ready, get your blunts rolled, get your perk 30s popped, do whatever you need to do to feel good, because we're going to have to fucking turn up with this next one. This is Fimiguerrero with Mandy.
I can't sleep, takes on X, I can't geek. Mandy, I can't sleep, takes on X, I can't geek. Mandy, I can't sleep, takes on X, I can't geek. Mandy, I can't sleep, takes on X. Mandy, I can't walk. 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 My neck on brrr, broke with the grrr, sipping the swirl, it tasting like cherry. My pussy go brrr, my phone go brrr, cats go brrr, and my pocket's heavy. New Machiavelli, I'm in a car and I'm smoking that smelly. I'm sure it's spice and ain't seen no deli. I get the prof and I re-up Chanelli. Living 3 legs around W Melly. I call the cats and the tings on my celly. Bro, let it spray and it rain like confetti. Why go ting, got a K, not talk about Cameron. I can't sleep, takes on X, I can't geek. Mandy, I can't sleep, takes on X, I can't geek. Mandy, I can't sleep, takes on X, I can't geek. Mandy, I can't sleep, takes on X. Mandy, I can't walk. 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 Mandy, I can't walk.
Crazy, how is that scandalous? Yeah, these supermodel bitches be fans. Drop a pack after a man and then I go hold hands with her. These sandals. Crazy, how is that scandalous? Yeah, these supermodel bitches be fans. Drop the pack after a man and then I go hold hands with her.
Push komen, SDeeKid fried, I'm a fucking stoner. Got a bottle full of trish, kid, I'm never sober. I don't push no shit, like I fucking told ya. Never had a older. I was doing day trips to the dumb, way down. Got a bally on my face and a rock away bands, wait man. I don't fuck with no snake, fake man. Keep a stack up on me like got 20 in the waistband. Louis V sandals. Crazy, how is that scandalous? Yeah, these supermodel bitches be fans. Drop the pack after a man and then I go hold hands with her. Louis V sandals. Crazy, how is that scandalous? Yeah, these supermodel bitches be fans. Drop the pack after a man and then I go hold hands with her.
Mink, hum mink, catch him double in the fire. Put my chain under the sink, kiss him double in the bird. Pussy pink, son of brick, hit the tap and make it squirt. Put a snake under the ground, it's like I'm double in the dirt. She fucking with my rap, it's sounding very different. Swallowing these tabs, big belly with it. I'm fucking on her family, she already stepping in the loops, got down, really Kelly with it.
Louis V sandals. Crazy, how is that scandalous? scandalous. Yeah, these supermodel bitches be fans. Drop the pack off to a man and then I go hold hands with her. Louis V sandals. Crazy, hoes like scandalous. Yeah, these supermodel bitches be fans. Drop the pack off to a man and then I go hold hands with her.
Okay. Nine. Okay. Okay.
You've just been listening to LV or Louis V Sandals by EsDeeKid, Fakemink, and Rico Ace.
Anyway, so we're going to flip it up. So we've gone trap, but we're kind of going to wind it way back. We're keeping it hip hop. We're still keeping it in that lane, but we're winding back with some Outkast.
Oh!
And we're dropping. Now, this song, I've heard this horn sample so many times after the fact, but this was the one to do it. We're going to be listening to SpottieOttieDopaliscious by Outkast.
It gives me the Dickens, reminiscent of Charles. A little discotheque nestled in the ghettos of Niggerville, USA, via Atlanta, Georgia. A little spot where young men and young women go to experience their first little taste of the nightlife. Me? Well, I've never been there. Well, perhaps once, but I was so engulfed in the old I never made it to the door. You speak of hardcore. Why the DJ sweating out all the problems and troubles of the day? Why this fine, bow-legged girl finds us all outdoors? Loves lukewarm lullabies in your left ear, competing with Set It Off in the right. But it all blends perfectly. Let the liquor tell it. Hey, look baby, they playing our song. And the crowd goes wild, as if Holyfield just won the fight. But in actuality, it's only about 3 a.m. and 3 niggas just done got hauled off in an ambulance. 2 niggas done started busting. 1 nigga done took his shirt off, talking about, now who else wanna fuck with Hollywood Cole? This just my interpretation of the situation.
met my SpottieOttieDopaliscious angel, I can remember that damn thing like yesterday. The way she moved reminded me of a brown stallion horse with skates on, you know. Smooth like a hot comb on Napa ass hell. I walked up on her and was almost paralyzed. Her neck was smelling sweeter than a plate of yams with extra syrup. Eyes beaming like 4 carats apiece, just blinding the nigga. Felt like I cheated the whole order that presidential. My heart would beat so damn fast. Never knowing this moment would bring another life into this world. Funny how shit come together sometimes, you dig. One moment you frequent the booty clubs, and the next 4 years you and somebody's daughter raising your own youngin'. Now that's a beautiful thing. That's if you're on top of your game and man enough to handle real life situations, that is. Can't gamble feeding baby on that dope money, might not always be sufficient. But the United Parcel Service and the people at the post office didn't call you back because you had cloudy piss. So now you back in the trap, just that. Trap. Go on and marinate on that for a minute.
Smooth in the motherfucker. Suede on the inside. Candy paint. I ain't gotta tell you what the rims look like. Look, I'm gripping wood like a motherfucker. She asked me, can a friend ride? Kelly wanna have a drink. And Shani wanna pop pills all night. Look, don't be fucking with my tape, dad. You gon' listen to this Marvin. You gon' listen to this Bloodstone. Oh, y'all niggas want that Barry White. Well, I don't really fuck with that right there. That can make a nigga act up right there. But go and get your rocks off, boo. No, I don't really do all that, but it's more for you. Come on! I'm far from a pimp, but I'm close to you. You fucking with an old soul twice removed. My pops used to work up on them fighter jets. Maybe that's the reason I be through. Now who the fuck called me a player? I ain't one of these young niggas out here sweating for a pay stub. I'm a coach. I'ma teach these bitches how to lay up. Now most of y'all can't do shit, but all my chicks cook grits and roll a spliff at the same damn time. You ain't lived long enough to have a bitch this fine. Now if you don't mind, if I call you a bitch, it's cause you're my bitch. And as long as no one else call you a bitch, then there won't be no problems. Now if I call you a trick, it's cause you paid rent. And as long as you don't call at the 6, then there won't be no problems. Walk with me now. She with it. Shit, keep it 300, I ain't even gotta hit it. She with it. All she wanna do is watch a real nigga winning, nigga. She with it. Look me in my eye, there'll be no simping. She with it. Got a whole lot of women, all of them with it, yes Lord. My mama said don't trust these hoes, boy, be about your loot. True story. Now my mama told me that, why the fuck would I listen to you? Yes Lord. You never go broke chasing riches, but you might go broke chasing every little stank ass hoe with a tongue piercing. Now if I call you a bitch, it's cause you my bitch. And as long as no one else call you a bitch, then there won't be no problems. Now, if I call you a trick, it's cause you paid rent. And as long as you don't call it the 6, then there won't be no problems. Walk with me now. She with it, she with it. Shit, keep it 300, I ain't even gotta hit it, nigga. She with it, she with it. All she wanna do is watch a real nigga winning, nigga. She with it, she with it. Look me in my eye, there'll be no simping. She with it, she with it. Got a whole lot of women, all of them with it. Yes, Lord, yes, Lord.
You were just listening to Suede by NxWorries. That's a project of Anderson.Paak and NxWledge. And yeah, just talking off mic then, they've actually put out a record about a week ago or so. I haven't had a chance to listen to it, but when I was putting together tonight's show, I was listening to that Outkast song and I was like, ooh, I know what needs to go next.
Good choice.
Yeah. It's,
good little 2-pack.
Yeah, a little, just laying it back, keeping it a bit easy, just chilling.
I need a spliff. I feel like I feel like I should have been smoking a spliff that whole time.
Well, we had the Perk 30s popping off. Before,
yeah, exactly.
And
then we're going to bring the cum down with the spliff afterwards.
We're coming down. We're having the split. We're sitting on the couch. It's kick-ons. It's 3 a.m. and we're just going. Anyway, and yeah, Outkast. SpottieOttieDopaliscious. I was listening to it and I was like, damn, mispronunciation on that one, but I mean, yeah,
SpottieOttie.
if you look at it and how it's spelled, it's just like, good luck trying to tackle that. I mean, yeah. I just know the tune, know it's a good one, know it's a great one, the best one. Anyway, so before Julian ends the show, I've got another track for you. Once again, swapping it up, and also about to do another show first when it comes to genres. We're coming in with the Doom. Some Doom metal.
Man, I'm wildly jealous this episode.
This is out of Melbourne, Australia, and this only came out about 2 days ago as well. So I listened to this band a couple of years ago. Band's called Goat Shaman, and I like Doom, but I can be picky. Like some of it can just be, I get it, but I need something a bit more. And these guys really tickled that itch for me. And I was gonna put them on the show. I was thinking about it for this week, and before I got it, just popped up that they just put out a new track. So I think they're about to release. Yeah, I think they're about to release something new. The album cover looks definitely like the album cover of a new EP. But anyway, this is Goat Shaman with Weed Slug. That was Weed Slug by Goat Shaman. As we're saying, that's not your everyman's doom. That is that's some doom with some serious chops. These people put some serious work into that sound. It's fresh. Like them vocals, like, whew. I mean, like vocals are probably one of the biggest part of this. Well, no, not the biggest part of the sound, but one of the reasons I'm just so into this band. They just do it so well, and those riffs, and those sounds, it feels like a fucking Weed Slug.
Oh, it does. Yeah, not only that, but like fucking, it feels like I should be hitting a gravity bomb the whole fucking song, man. He brought me back to my youth, dude. Fucking hell. No. And you said they were from Melbourne?
Yeah, Melbourne. Yeah, they had one EP out in 2021, which I really liked. I think that they had those long, doomy, like slow parts. Well, it all is fucking slow. What am I saying? Anyway, they have those long sections of just repeated doom riff, and it just hits a point, and the riff changes, and the payoff is there. You're glad you stuck around. Like sometimes it can just keep going on and on and on and on, and it's good. But like the way that they can just do, they change like sections and riffs, and then the way and like the timing, it's just perfect every time. It's just like there's a payoff. There's a reason I stuck around for this slow monstrosity of a fucking long ass song. So yeah, no, one to keep an eye out for. I was looking at the album cover actually, and it says Monkey's Palace, so possibly an EP coming on the way by Goat Shaman. But yeah, keep an eye on those guys.
Yeah, shout outs to the fucking Weed Slug dude from Melbourne. Fuck yeah. Now we are going to be unfortunately closing the show tonight, but we're going to do something a little bit different. Maybe a new thing for our show. This is what I like to call the glazing or dick rider section. So I'm going to be playing 3 different songs from the same person, but 3 different projects, basically. I am a huge fan of this artist and pretty much nearly every project they've ever touched. We're going to be mainly listening to they're going to be listening to the main project first, then we're going to listen to side projects after. I think I put you onto this, and we've listened to a couple of tracks together from Jane Remover from the album Revenge Seekers. So we're going to be listening to Turn Up or Die first. Fucking such a good track. A little throw in from the Skrillex influence right towards the end of the track that you're going to hear. Then we've got the side project Leroy with the song Ricky Bobby. This one's an interesting one because a couple of years ago, I think this released in 2023, this spawned a little bit of a sort of subgenre within the electronic scene titled Daria Core. And you're basically just mishmashing and throwing a whole bunch of songs, well-known songs, whether it be pop music, dance music, you're throwing a whole bunch of songs into one, and you're basically sampling the shit out of it and creating a brand new sort of song out of it. You'll hear it, you'll love it. And then we're going to end it off with a lot of a nicer, lighter sort of sound with the project Venturing from the Arizona EP. We're going to be closing it out with Vulture City. So we're going to be playing these tracks, and we hope you have enjoyed your listen. Please stick with us. We love you. And we'll catch you next week, guys.
Listen.
Listen.
Give them bitches proper send-offs. Explosive bitch blow his head off. So fucking hard, train of thought. Oh my goodness, oh my god. On the track cause they did me fucking wrong. I be down next and play cards. Oh my god, it's a couple times I almost lost it all. Skip time, so reset and make the call. You get so cold, it's high. Can't go to hell, but I can drop you off. I'll never know that kind of stuff. We freeze, we fall. You wanna scare down cause it's tugging on ya. If we at the top, I'll be paranoid. Make some noise, do it live. Save the fire, do or die. Hold your breath, I've been through this 1,000 times. Just call me up anytime you take it wide. Be the fun. Take my love anytime you wanna take it. Hold your breath, I've been through this 1,000 times.
Everybody mad at me, I'm bored. I can teach you how to get a check, I got it. I can see my eyes from the back and got it. You know you gotta get the check, I got it. Everybody mad at me, I'm bored. Outfit in my closet. Outfit in my closet. So I started